Nation's #1 DJ, DJ Rockwell.
Yo, this is Apocalypse, the lyrical warner, hip-hop revelator. And you rockin' with the nation's #1 DJ, DJ Rockwell, you understand me?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back once again. What's good, good people? What's good, good people? This is your brother, DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ, and you're tuned into the Rockwell radio show. We need everybody to go ahead and do what we do every time. We need all people to go ahead and follow the 3 steps of the Rockwell radio show. That means like, share, tag somebody, and above all, if you're watching on YouTube tonight, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to turn on the notifications so when we're live, you're live with us. Again, this is your brother, DJ Rockwell. What's good, good people? Man, I am excited. I'm excited because tonight's guest, I'm a fan of, and there's no other way to put it than that. There's so much to talk about with this upcoming guest tonight. She's been bubbling on the underground circuit out of her hometown of Akron, Ohio, and the noise she has been making over the last several years has been incredible. So, but before we get into all of that, we need everybody to come on in the room. And as you come in the room, do us all a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, and let me know where y'all are watching from. What city's in the house? Where y'all at? West Coast in the building? East Coast in the building? Down south? Let me know where y'all watching from. Tag a friend. But you know what I really want y'all to do tonight? I want y'all to tag a sister. Because tonight's guest, she has a special message in her music for the sisters. And in my humble estimation, this project that we're going to be talking about tonight speaks into women's souls. And not that I didn't feel it as a man, but I saw where she was aiming. And if you had to ask me tonight, the sister hit the target. So again, we're asking everyone to go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share button, tag someone, and let them know that the Rockwell radio show is on live right about now. It's Saturday, and I'm glad that you're with us. So let's go to the comments real quick. Let's see who's in the building. I see my sister Tisha is in the building. She said, let's go. I see Brother Jamil is in the building. Said it's going to be a good one. No doubt, no doubt. And look, I see my brother Born in the building. Thank you, ATL. Thank you, DC, for tapping in. I see Baltimore, but Cincinnati had to start. Come on now. It's going to be a live show, y'all. And she said, they are in Atlanta. Oh, she said they're peeping in my window. Who's that peeping in my window? So it's going to be a live show. So everybody pull up a chair, put on the headphones or wherever you're watching from. If you're watching from your TV, turn it up, because it's going to be an exciting show tonight. And all the way from Detroit, by Akron, by way of Detroit, I want to give this brother a special hand. Brother Mutaka, the husband of my guest tonight, he has been very patient and helpful in making this event happen tonight. Brother, thank you. I see in the building tonight is my sister, Nakia. Hey, sister Nakia, welcome to the show. We've got an exciting night for you. Now, what we're going to be talking about tonight is her brand new album, and we just might even open the phone lines because we want to give her a chance to hear firsthand about the impact her music makes. Because so often as artists, we put these records out into the atmosphere and we don't know what people are thinking, how people are responding. We don't know the impact of what art that we put into the world is having. So if you're watching tonight, tag somebody. And if you've heard it, we might open up the phone lines to give you all a shot to talk to Sister Mecca directly and tell her directly what you thought about the project. But for now, I'm going to tell you what I thought about the project. Watch this. Now, here's some quick facts about her album, again, which is called Garden of Eden. The album is absolutely crazy. I wrote a few notes, and I just want to jot down about what your brother thought. Album was released on June 15th, just a week ago. 13 songs on the DSPs, or the digital streaming platforms. There are 17 songs on the deluxe version, which you have to order directly from Sister to get. The album genre is a blend between hip hop and R&B. Our sister is writer. She is the MC. She is the producer, the arranger, the mix engineer. She is really the prince in our generation right now. So in our face right now, you know? So I wanted to just share of some of the standout moments on this album to me. And what this album accomplishes as a brother, and really just as a hip hop fan, let me not start that. And just as a hip hop fan, is someone who reaches deep into their own selves and is really sharing a part of them with you and talking about their personal experiences as in her case, as a woman, as a rapper, as a mother. And what makes this so personal is she titled it Garden of Eden, obviously a biblical reference to where, as you see on the cover right there, where Eve and Adam encountered the serpent. And we're going to get into that a little bit later on what that means and why she featured that so prominently on the cover of her project. I was touched by records like New World. Let me give that one a round of applause. Oh my God. She doesn't like to call herself a battle rapper, but she's a battle rapper. So I was touched by records, and the feedback that I'm seeing and I have seen, she is really getting a lot of feedback with records like House of Mirrors. A lot of feedback I'm reading about the title track, Garden of Eden. And the lead-off single, Proverbs Woman, and the follow-up single, On My Way, records where she sings like a bird and we're able to drop rhymes in there. The record is a slow tempo, bass heavy, very thought-provoking and inward-looking project that will not just make you nod your head, but make you think. It is scriptural, it is spiritual, and it has something for everybody. I'm not going to try to act like I'm non-biased because, hey, that's my sister. She's been rocking with the Rockwell radio show since day one. So it was an honor to have her on then and now. So again, we might even open the phone lines because I want to know, did you hear the album? We want to know, did you hear it? And we want you to chime in with your thoughts. We're going to go back to the chat room real quick. I see my man DJ B Chill is in the building. What's good? I see Brother Jamil taps in again. Said Garden of Eden. These are his cuts. Garden of Eden and Proverbs Woman. Those are some heavy cuts. Some heavy cuts. I think we shouldn't delay another second longer. Are you all ready to meet the woman of the hour and get into this album? This is her fourth time on the Rockwell radio show. Fourth time. She's been rocking with her little brother since the moment I came on the air. And that's why when she got a project coming on, Rockwell is going to feature it, talk about it, and help her promote it. Please welcome back to the Rockwell radio show, my sister and yours, Hecava Mecca. There she goes. There she goes. There we go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Mecca, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh my God. Congratulations on a fantastic project.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you.
Fantastic. And what people may not know, as we are talking right now, that you are with child. Is that a fact?
Yes, got about 2 weeks left.
Congratulations once again, the sister. And every time you come on, I tell this story that my very first episode would have featured you as a guest. And lo and behold, on that day, you gave birth as well. So I think
Yes.
there's a pattern here.
Yes. Fourth child, fourth time on.
So again, shout out to yourself. Shout out to Brother Mutaka. I want to start here, dear sister. This album was very introspective and has gone through a lot of changes. For those who follow you on any of your social media, you're very open about talking about the creative process. And this album has gone through several stages, changes, delays. Talk a bit about, before we even get into it itself, I want to talk about how this album came to be born and the changes it went through. Talk a bit about that.
Okay. Well, I was supposed to originally drop the album in 2022. And it was originally supposed to be called The Black Box.
Mm-hmm.
And I have found out I was pregnant.
Right.
Which had delayed it because of what I went through when I was making Young God, because I was pregnant.
Okay, right.
I didn't want to go through that again because I was really sick finishing that album. And it was something I didn't really want to put on myself. So I had decided to hold off.
Okay.
But as the time went on, I was going through stuff. I was going through changes. I was really looking at myself. That pregnancy, it really caused me to see a lot in myself.
Yes, ma'am.
And to become aware of myself more. And I really went through, and it still am going through, a spiritual jihad. And as time went on, I began to feel different because the Black Box was supposed to be like, I feel on top of the world. When I said I was going to do Black Box, I had been making all 5 of my prayers. And I can honestly say that making your prayers make you feel unstoppable, okay?
Oh, right.
And it was just different because the Black Box is the house of God, right? And so that's how I was feeling. But again, as time went on, I began to slip. And when I had heard the beat, no, it wasn't called Garden Eden. I can't remember what the beat is called, but when I heard the beat, it just, all these things, all these emotions, all of these thoughts started coming to me. And it was like maybe a month or 2 after I wrote the song, which was actually maybe like 6 or 7 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, that I was like, you know what? No, this is the name of the album because this is where I am right now. And it wouldn't make sense for me to drop it as The Black Box when this isn't how I feel. And then other songs came along afterwards, which kind of like made it complete. Like this is where I am. So that was kind of the process of coming to the Garden of Eden, is that I had to go through things, which is the mother of creativity.
Say that.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hecava Mecca is in the building. I make no bones in saying that she is one of our best. Make no bones about saying that. Now, again, before we get into the current project, your first project, talk about what you think is different between album number 1 and this one.
Album number 1, I feel, is more broad. It's more of like, I don't like, it's kind of something more like you could move to. It's kind of something more like, I don't know, it's just different. This album is more, it causes you to think. It causes you to look at yourself. It's not necessarily something you're gonna be like, hey, this is my cut. This is something you're gonna play in the club, or not the club, but at a party where you're trying to get hype. This is something where it's like you trying to vibe out, or like you're in a feeling and you need to hear something, some type of upliftment to know that you're not alone. Like it's more of a mature album where Young God was kind of like more not childish, but it was just I don't know, just kind of like more youthful. I don't know a different. I don't know what else to. I don't know how else to explain it. But this album, Garden of Eden, is a lot more mature. I've went through some things. You can tell that I've went through some stuff.
In fact, that's a great segue to my next question. One of the observations I made is the progression of the writing. Is it was a lot more introspective, a lot more inward looking, and a lot more transparent. Uh, Tell me about how being pregnant in the creative process impacted your writing and your creative process.
Um, I wouldn't necessarily say being pregnant impacts my writing process, but just the stuff that I go through, and it just so happened that I was pregnant,
Ah, I see. I see.
and it caught, like I like to be open about certain things, not everything, because I never want to put out the image that I'm perfect, which is what some of us kind of tend to do, and um, as a Muslim, to know like you're gonna go through stuff,
Mm,
and to have these certain thoughts, and it's like I shouldn't be thinking that, I'm a Muslim, and you push them aside, and
listen.
it's like that's not how you deal with the issue. You're just making it worse. Like our lessons say, you have to slaughter the serpent, otherwise it'll sting somebody else. And
Mm,
so you can't allow it to live. And by being more transparent, because the Holy Quran talks about withholding a testimony, you want to share this with people so that they too can come up out of it. Because if you
listen,
come up out of it, your test is supposed to be your testimony,
listen,
and you're
right.
supposed to help other people through it. So being pregnant wasn't necessarily what caused me to write like that. It was just the stuff that I was going through.
Mm. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're with us right about now. Like and share, tag somebody because Hecava Mecca is in the house, y'all. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. And remember, you can hit that notification button and get all of the notifications when we go on the air, like right now. Um, wow. I noticed this. Um, when I see you at Savior's Day, when I see you out and about, people flock to you. And I see how you interact with people. When people do meet you and people who have bought your music or supported your music, what is some of the responses that you have gotten over the years? And what's the most heartfelt thing that someone has ever told you about your music?
I get a lot of thank yous for just being myself and making the type of music that I do make, because I could be out here doing whatever.
True.
And just that it's inspiring, and really just a lot of thank yous, and that they love my music. And I will say one thing that stood out to me before is that a sister had reached out to me, and it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and she told me that she was up listening to Reflections, and she was crying
Mm,
because of just the words, and she thanked me for making the song.
wow.
So I've had very, very good feedback. This is why I was also kind of worried about Garden of Eden, because I had such good feedback with Young God, and because it's so different,
Mm.
um, I was worried of how people would receive it. But I've gotten a lot of good feedback on Young God. Praise be to
What
God.
what what was your worry? What was your concern?
Because it's so personal that maybe people wouldn't necessarily relate, or because it's not as like, oh, this kind of go, it's more kind of like making you think that people wouldn't necessarily respond to it. And then also me doing the engineering and stuff, that it's not going to sound right. um so I was just worried how people would receive it, but I had to let that go, because at the end of the day, this is what Allah gave me, And whoever is gonna like it is gonna like it, and whoever is not gonna like it is not gonna like it, and that's just what it is.
Did that contribute to the delay as well? Those thoughts?
Slightly, yes. Yes,
Okay,
because I'm
let's
overly critical of myself.
come on. We need everybody in the chat room to show our sister some love. Put up a heart, put up a fire emoji. We want to be able to encourage our artists, man, to break through that creative box and let them know that there's somebody out there that she's having an impact with. We also need everyone, once again, don't be afraid to go ahead and hit that like and share button and tag somebody, tag a sister, tag a hip hop fan, tag a brother, and subscribe. I want to keep moving forward here. Now, this album, I would say, some might call it controversial because of the feature of the serpent. And I think most would get it based on what you're talking about, but on looking without having heard a single note, and they see this artwork, which is very alluring, it draws you in with the serpent. What is some of the feedback, and did you have any hesitance to fasten the artwork in that way?
No, because I didn't even think about it that way when I had put it together, and I haven't really gotten any negative feedback about it either. But I guess that would kind of, make some people hesitant to listen to it, but I never even thought about that.
I tell you what, when I looked at it, I said, you know what? I wonder if people are going to think that she's trying to get the mainstream attention until they hit the play button. I want to take a moment for everybody out there watching. Not only are we here to talk about the project, we're here to listen to some of the project. I want to play an excerpt. I think this was your first single off the album, called Proverbs. Title, I want to say it correctly. Proverbs Woman. Is that the accurate title?
Proverbs 31 Woman.
Proverbs 31 Woman. Ladies and gentlemen, please listen to this.
Sight that every eye should behold, so beautiful with more than silver and gold. She's like food for the soul, not eye candy, cause in God she's glowed. Baby girl, a brand name, she rockin' wherever she sold. She rise up early morning, making moves all day. Always bow down, don't forget to pray. Cook that good food, know her family straight. She humble with grace, no sacrifices too great for her. She's so wise and strong, won't compromise. Know where her value lies. Open mind, closed eyes. Emanates, eminence, radiates, elegance. You need proof, God exists, she is the evidence. Cause you are virtuous woman, yeah. Cause you are virtuous woman, yeah. Only fear God, you deserve your praise. On your work at the city, you are virtuous woman.
Yo, crazy. There's so much beauty in that video. So much beauty. Would you say that you aim your art at women specifically?
You know what? I don't think I do. Just because, well, I don't necessarily aim it at any specific gender. But I don't know. Just because I rap, like, it's just because it's so masculine, you just automatically assume it's like men, you know? But I don't target like a certain gender necessarily. But well, it's like
it's all right if you do, because that record obviously is not talking to us.
right. Right.
So, tell me about some of the responses when people saw that imagery and heard that song.
It got a good response. It didn't get as much of a response as I would have liked it to, but it did get quite a good response. Just seeing the sisters, seeing women covered is the opposite of what you see going on in mainstream, having something else for women to look at, that you don't have to be out here to be beautiful, and that the true standard of a woman is a virtuous woman. And that's just what it is.
You talked about what's out there, and what I promised to myself, Sister Mecca, what I wasn't going to do is talk so much about the dirty glass. I wanted to use this opportunity to really focus on the clean glass, as the messenger taught us to do, and sit it there. But I think we'd be naive, and we may even be guilty of putting our heads in the sand if we don't acknowledge the enemy's motive and what he's been parading in front of our girls. So having said that, how do you hope that this project will impact younger girls who are just inundated with what we see coming and going every day?
Almost like divine intervention, because I know that, again, the main imagery that our young girls see, even women see, is not the proper representation of what a woman or how a woman should act and how a woman should be. And so I'm hoping that by divine intervention, which is going to take some work on my end, for promotion and marketing and things like that, to try to get it out. I'm hoping that it's received well. Again, dealing with your quote unquote lost found, because it is so internal, that's another aspect of will people receive it? Because of course, a Muslim might hear it like, oh yeah, but a lost found listening, or quote unquote lost found listening to it and actually being able to receive it.
Yes, ma'am.
Because because young God is a little bit more digestible. So that's why I said divine intervention, because a lot of us have turned away from sound doctrine and don't have the stamina to even hear it, let alone let it internalize. So again, it's going to take some work on my behalf, and inshallah, just working with the algorithm.
Come on now. Hey, no harm in that. Ladies and gentlemen, Hecava Mecca is in the building on the Rockwell radio show. Tag somebody, touch somebody, because we have got a program, and our sister has got, I think, one of the hottest albums out on the marketplace today. Speaking of which, we're going to play another brief clip off the album. And y'all out there, share the show. Please share the show, because we need as many people to get their eyes and ears on records and artists like this one in front of us. She's our very own Hecava Mecca, and this is her current single off of her album right now, Garden of Eden. Check this out, On My Way.
Baby, I'm on my way, on my way, on my way.
I knew that I couldn't lose you. You are the one for me, babe. No one could ever repay. All of the life that we made, I wanna live out it. I hate whenever you go. I swear I feel so alone till you hit my phone. I love it when I hear you say I'm on my way, babe. Baby, I'm on my way, on my way, on my way. Baby, I'm on my way, on my way, on my way. Baby, I'm on my way, on my way, on my way. Baby, I'm on my way, on my way, on my way. Baby.
Y'all, she's not playing. That's Hecava Mecca. That's on her new album, Garden of Eden. She says she's on her way. Matter of fact, she's here with us on Rockwell Radio Show. Tell me about that song. It touched me because it's so rare that we hear that soft feminine side of Hecava Mecca, in my opinion. And in this, you kind of laying out the beauty of saying, you know what? I love this cat, and I'm on my way. I'm coming, baby. And on the intro of the video, I love that you used. I believe it was a clip from a comedian talking about a sister from a sister's perspective. Girl, y'all know how I feel when you get that call from man saying he on your way. Oh, he on his way. So tell me what you wanted the listener to walk away with that song.
Really just a feeling of love and appreciation for your partner. I know that song was actually I had made it for somebody because she wanted a song for her husband.
Okay.
But whenever I write love songs, I always get inspiration from my husband.
Come on.
So the song, even though, and I asked for permission, I had rewrote some of the stuff so that wasn't so personal on her end, but because there was some stuff that she wanted me to add, like in the rapping part. But the beginning part, when it like literally talking about being on my way, that's all me, because whenever my husband told me he's on his way, when I had wrote it, because it was a different time, he was doing different work or whatever.
Mhm.
But it was like, oh, he's about to come home. So just being like having that excitement of seeing your partner, being with your partner, loving your partner, y'all loving each other, from it is not necessarily a conventional way to talk about it or to bring up loving them.
I like your approach.
But I mean, if you don't get excited to see your partner, then something's wrong.
Something's wrong. And that was the part I liked in the intro. I loved that part, and I think you hit the point beautifully. Ladies and gentlemen, Hecava Mecca is in the building. We are up against a break. When we come back, we're going to do something we've never done before on the Rockwell Radio Show, Sister Mecca. We're going to do what we call the bar exam. The bar exam is when we're going to just take an excerpt of some of what I thought were your lyrically best moments, and then get your feedback on what your thought was when you wrote it. This is the Rockwell Radio Show. And again, when we also come back, we got a surprise for you, sis. This surprise is for you and you at home. Again, don't go away. This is the Rockwell Radio Show. We will be right back. If I can find the right button to press. Here we go.
What up with it, man? You already know what time it is. It's me, Young Counter Don. I'm up in this thing.
This is Aziz, the kid Kareem, the life giving MC. Peace, everyone. This is Brother Anthony K. Muhammad, also known as A-Tone, the hip-hop historian.
Peace, family. What's going on? It's Brother Jabril, Brother Mustafa, Lordship Productions in the building.
I am your sister, Arian Nicole. Peace, peace, peace. It's your sister, Sue Axel. You're watching the Rockwell Radio Show. You are now tuned in live to the Rockwell Radio Show. Right now, you're listening to Rockwell Radio Show.
Rockwell Radio. If you ain't listening, man, you wasting time. You on all these other stations, you need to tap in. Rockwell Radio.
You know what it is. Watch him, watch him, watch him.
I'm here with brother Rockwell, the Rockwell Radio Show.
You ain't in the game, you in the stand. Stop playing, man. Let's go.
When last time you bought a final call?
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? We always want to start. I mean, this is what I'm not doing. Yeah, everybody go buy a final call tomorrow. Everybody who watched it. The Muslims shouldn't have no papers in their hand tomorrow. Because you know what the Muslims gonna do with the money?
True.
They're gonna create other Muslims.
True.
You know what the Muslims gonna do? They're gonna keep your neighborhood safe. They're gonna show your little girl ain't nothing wrong with wearing a long dress. They're gonna teach your children they're the original people on earth. So you know what that little $2 gonna do. So go and spend that little $2.
True. True.
That's it.
True.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
Assalamu alaikum. This is your brother Nuri Muhammad, and whenever I'm searching for a source or a platform that I can get some news that I can use, I look forward to and look at, watch and listen to the Rockwell Radio Show, and I hope you would do the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back. This is DJ Rockwell, the nation's #1 DJ and host of the Rockwell Radio Show. My guest tonight, as you see right next to me, is my sister and yours, Hecava Mecca. What's good? Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's take a quick moment before we continue to go to the chat room and see what they're saying in the chat room. I see my brother Azim is in the building, and he said Proverbs 31 woman is also good for educating men about the divine value of woman. So it's definitely impactful for both men and women. Brother Azim, I could not agree more. I could not agree more. Our brother Jamil said he liked that love stuff. Like that love stuff. So and so do I. Again, now before we get into our surprise in just a few more moments, we're gonna do something brand new called the bar exam. What's the bar exam? I'm a hip hop fan, as you well know, and I am a listener of lyrics. I'm an appreciator of good writing. So what we're going to do is highlight some of the moments I thought were definitely quote worthy. Watch this, Sister Mecca. I want to first highlight this one. Let me find it. This one from House of Mirrors. Watch this. Bar exam 1, you say this. You say, and that's the difference, see. We don't understand that we the ones that be the hindrance. And forgive me, I'm not right saying it in the correct cadence. Glorifying other people for the things already in us, all wrapped up in the greatness of someone else, we be forgetting that we gifted. I know I read that just like somebody with no soul and no. Okay. Back up again. I want to put it back up again so people can see the words. I want you to tell me what you meant when you said this.
So what I meant is like in the beginning of the verse. Okay, so first of all, House of Mirrors is a song, of course, that deals with the reflection of yourself. And in the House of Mirrors, there are so many different reflections that you see, and you have to try to get through this maze, but through the mirrors. And they're all different perspectives of you. And so in the beginning of the verse, what I'm talking about is like, you know, you being deemed as somebody who has haters. People don't want to see you rise. People don't want to see you do good, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, because we all have these perspectives, sometimes we end up, even though we see ourselves as, I don't want to say like this victim type thing, but where we have people who don't like us, we also tend to look at other people, which is kind of
Yes.
contradicting. We tend to look at other people with this high, like, pedestal that we put these people on, not realizing that the greatness that is within them is also within us, and that we're gifted just as they are. And if we would take time to unwrap ourselves, then we will be able to be just as great as them, even if it's not in the same area that that person may be great. They found their gift. They
Come on.
found what Allah had for them. But
Come
if you took the time to find what Allah has for you, you could be just as great.
Beautiful.
So that's the problem, is that we stop ourselves from being great because we're always looking elsewhere.
Excellent. Excellent. And for round two of the bar exam, and before we go to round two, let me show what brother said. Brother says, this bar exam is perfect to expose the talentless mainstream artist and highlight the talent conscious artist in the nation and out. Absolutely correct, my brother. Brother says, stop comparing others' gift to yours. I think he got it. Let's go to part two of the bar exam. Watch this. In the title track, Garden of Eden, you say this, and forgive me if I did not quote it accurately, and correct me if I didn't. You say, it's disheartening, it's shocking, it's startling, way more wicked than what I had started with. I thought I had uprooted the weeds, but from what I could see, I had actually watered them. I realized if I don't deal with my thoughts, I've actually pardoned them. And I'm giving them life every single time that I don't slaughter them. Wow. Garden of Eden. Tell us the thought behind these bars.
So it does go a little bit different than that.
Please correct me. I want to be right.
Okay, so it's disheartening, it's shocking, it's startling, faith weaker than what I had started with. I thought I uprooted the weeds, but from what I can see, I had actually watered them. I realized that if I don't deal with my thoughts from the jump, then I've actually pardoned them. I harbor them, and I'm giving them life every single time that I don't slaughter them.
Thank you for that correction. Now break it down for us.
Okay, so basically it's you being in a state of bliss because you're living correctly, right? And then you end up falling to temptation. So it's disheartening, it's shocking, it's startling. The shock of the hour is a grievous thing.
Right.
Faith weaker than what I had started with. So I'm really in the darkness right now. I thought I rooted the weeds, but from what I can see, I had actually watered them, which is what I was referring to earlier. Is don't dismiss those negative thoughts that you have. You have to deal with them because you plant your own seeds. It's not just other people who are seed planters. You can plant your own seeds as well. And if somebody else has planted a seed, you water that seed based upon you not dealing with the issue. I realized that if I don't deal with my thoughts from the jump, so when it actually happens, I've actually pardoned them. I harbor them, and I'm giving them life every single time that I don't slaughter them, which goes back into the supreme wisdom, which is if we allow the devil to live, then it'll sting somebody else. If we allow the snake to live, the serpent to live, it'll sting somebody else. And so we have to murder the devil at the head from the jump. We can't let it linger. We can't put it aside. We can't dismiss it. We can't omit it. We have to kill it now. Wow. Otherwise, it lives. Whether you would dismiss it or not, it's still alive in your mind somewhere. And it's going to wreak havoc, and it's going to manifest itself at some point, even if it's not right now.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Hecava Mecca. That was our bar exam, my first bar exam on the Rockwell Radio Show. How did y'all like it? Give me some feedback in the audience, so I want to know if we will do that again. That was the bar exam. And again, if y'all are still with us, hit that like button, hit that share button. If you're watching, don't forget to tag somebody, and above all, subscribe to the Rockwell Radio Show on YouTube and turn on those notifications. Dear sister, we are getting close to the end. We got 15 minutes left in the show, but I got to ask you, in this album, on this album, there's only one feature. Only one feature. Tell me about the record New World, and tell me something about that brother that featured on that song with you.
New World is about the new world. It's kind of bringing in the new world of art, hip hop, where it's like, because woman gives birth, right? So I'm giving birth to the new world. And I just really thought that he would be good on the track. And I actually met him when we actually both had performed.
Let's give him a name. What's his name?
Brother J Matic.
Okay.
J Matic.
All
Brother
right.
Jasper. We had actually performed in Detroit. Brother Troy had put on a show and had brought Big Daddy Kane out. And we had opened up for Big Daddy Kane, which then I didn't actually know who he was until I went on Instagram and stuff like that. But I just thought that he was really dope, and I thought that he would be a good fit for the track. And so that's actually the remix.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yes. So
there's another version out there.
There is a version, there is an original version, but the reason why the original version cannot be put out is because there is a little bit of controversial bars in there, and with the climate of what's going on, it probably wouldn't be smart for me to put it out. And that's also why Original Man is shortened, because there is a second verse, but that second verse can be deemed controversial. And it could cause some, I don't want my words to be used against me pertaining to the Nation of Islam and the minister. So
wisdom over ambition. Beautiful.
Yes. But so I thought that he would be a good fit for the song, and I think that he did a good job.
I think not only did he do a good job,
he did a great job.
He did a great job. And matter of fact, what if I told you he was here right now? Welcome, Jay Maddox, to the Rockwell Radio Show.
Thank you for having me.
Assalamualaikum.
Brother, welcome to the show, Black Man. Your verse on that duet was incredible. Please tell us how it came about. Did you add your part of the story?
Yeah, praise be to Allah. Well, Sister Mecca sent me the song, right? And I sat in the car and I listened to the song, and I just sat there for a second because I'm thinking, like, why did she send this to me? Oh my gosh. Because the sister was punching, and I had to sit with it for a second. And it finally hit me, my sister believed in me. She believed I can handle this because it's heavy. So I wrote the song, and I sat on it for a while, for a long time. And then Sister Mecca hit me up, every once in a while, like, okay, brother, what's the word? And eventually, like, I came around and I had the guts. I had to build up the guts to really record the verse, because I felt like her verse and even the hook was that good. And when I recorded it, I believe it's a one take. And I was so full. I was so heavy, like a cloud, when I went in the studio, and I just let it out. And you can kind of, the way I said certain things, I kind of could have went back and punched in and changed it, but all the energy was there. So it's just art. So I just left it the way it was.
Yes. Excellent, brother. Yeah. Awesome job on this record. Awesome job on this record. We only got about 10 minutes left in the show, brother. Do you want to stick around for the rest of the show real quick?
Yes, please.
I just gotta say, real quick, that my favorite part of the song is actually your verse.
Come on now.
Come on.
It is.
I'm glad you're saying that, because I was nervous, sister. I was really nervous. I was like, how I'm gonna come in after that? Like, I knew I had to bring, some firepower. But you helped me really lock into a different flow, and and I really came at a level that I haven't really touched on any other song because of like you. So you helped me kind of unlock something new, to be honest.
You did a great job.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick pause, because for those who haven't heard it, Sister Mecca, will you please do us the honor to tell the watching and listening audience where they can go stream it, where they can get it, and how that record can be found on you?
Yes. It is on all streaming platforms. You talking about New World, the song, just the song, right?
Album.
Oh, the album. Okay. So the album is on all streaming platforms. I do also have hard copies. So if you would like to support me personally, I would very much appreciate it. It is $20 plus shipping. Shipping is a flat fee of $5. It has 17 songs on it. But again, you can find it on all streaming platforms.
Yep.
Whatever platform you stream it from, you can find it. On YouTube, Spotify, Tidal, all that.
Come on now. Come on. You got to get it. You got to get it. And you know what? In this last 10 minutes, what I want to do is I want to open up the phone lines. I want people to be able to call in right now. If you've heard the album, I want you to be able to call and tell us what you thought. Tell us what you felt. What impacted you? What did you think about it? What moved you? Call us right now, 404-919-7399, and talk to Sister Hecava Mecca right here on the Rockwell Radio Show. The lines are open and we're waiting to hear from you. So as we wait for the phone to ring, as we get down to the last couple of moments of the show, I want you to tell me, dear sister, what do you want people to take away from this project? When they got to the final song, they've listened to the entire album. Either they're listening to the 13-song version or the 17-song version. What do you want them to take away?
Well, the 17-song version is just the 4 just bonus tracks, so they don't necessarily fit into the story of the actual album.
Oh, matter of fact, hold that question. Let's take a call. Okay. This is DJ Rockwell. You're live on the Rockwell Radio Show with our sister Hecava Mecca. Who's speaking?
Hey, yo, peace. This is Azim right here.
Peace, brother Azim.
That album.
Salute, King. Wa alaikum salam. Dear brother, the floor is yours.
I had to tap in because listen, this album is crazy. If you ain't got the album, go buy it. Stream it in the meantime until you get the CD. But go buy it. Support your artist directly. Make sure that you keep fueling them to keep making more of this art. You know what I'm saying? I love this album. I've been waiting for it. And it was well worth the wait. I done listened to the album like, I don't know, 9-10 times already. So what they're doing is absolutely fire. You're brother dramatic. I had no idea who you was. I heard you go, during the hook. I'm like, word, who this? All of a sudden, fucking a new ruler. I was like, oh snap! The interview was on point. You was kicking it in one take. That's impressive.
Impressive.
New World had the very impressive. As an MC myself, you can sit there and do something in one take with that kind of energy and that kind of precision. That's impressive.
Yes.
Come on now.
System, bro, they flowers. This Garden of Eden is a must listen. It is like Young God times 9.
Come on.
If it's a
I agree.
Brother Zim, salute. Brother, always good to hear from you, soldier.
Brother Zim.
Thank you, black man. Salam alaikum.
Yes, sir.
He is very knowledgeable.
The phone lines are still open. We've got about 6 minutes left in the show. Call us at 404-919-7399 and talk to our guest, Sister Hecava Mecca, and now our other guest, our dear brother, Jay Maddox. The lines are open. Now finish, if you can recall what you were saying, that thought.
Just real quick, I saw him like your brother Azim, and he gave me a really good breakdown of the album. Like, he's very knowledgeable when it comes to hip hop. Like, he is on point. But what I want people to get out of it is just to look at themselves, to know that you're not alone with whatever it is that you're dealing with. The minister said that when you find those icky, yucky, nasty things within you, to consider it a blessing. It's a gem, because now you have the ability to fix it.
Come on.
So Know that you're not alone. You may be dealing with something. You may feel like you're in the dark, regardless of who you are, whether you're a believer, whether you're a non-believer. We live in dark times. And Allah said that Iblis can have all but his purified ones.
Listen.
You have to go through the purification process. If you think you're already perfect, then you've already lost out on being with Allah's chosen, because you already think that you're perfect.
Right.
You have to go through the purification process. We have to be purified. And so purification is ugly. Purification is not cute. And it can really, you really learn stuff about yourself. And so it's okay. But you gonna make it through. And that's why I made the outro. Because I see myself, I can fix it. And now that I see myself, I feel better. Allah told me it's gonna be okay.
Come on.
You're gonna get through it. So that's what I want people to take from it. Look at yourself, accept it for what it is, and make those necessary changes in order to be better, so that you can be who you want to be.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I want to share what I just saw Brother DJ B Chill post. He said, I'm at work and can't call, but he wanted to know, how can someone submit beats for you to consider? Good question.
To my email.
Which is?
My email is Mecca, MECCAD, as in doorknob, Muhammad, MUHAMMAD @gmail.com.
You got it right there, Brother Chill. And we got other producers that would love to work with you. We're going to make our closing comments. I want to start with Brother Jay Maddock, who is an artist in his own right, out of South Carolina or North?
North Carolina.
Okay, brother, man, tell people where they can follow you, find you, support you real quick.
You can follow me Instagram mainly, but J Maddock NC, J Maddock NC. And if you're searching my music, right, NC for J Maddock North Carolina. And my music is just J Maddock on all streaming platforms. That'll be it.
And I'm telling you, if you've heard his verse on this album, you already know he ain't no joke at all. So again, what the purpose of the Rockwell radio show is to promote artists like these. Sister, the closing word is yours. Anything you want to say?
I just want to thank you for allowing me the time and space to be on the Rockwell radio show yet again. And all of the listeners and my supporters, thank you. I love you, all of you. I appreciate the love and support, because it takes a lot. It takes a whole lot to put stuff out and to be comfortable enough to do it. Like you got to be kind of vulnerable to put stuff out, because it's your own mind that you put in out into the universe.
Come on now. Come on.
And so I appreciate you guys. Again, I'm on all streaming platforms, just Hecava Mecca. And again, I have the hard copies if you would like one. They are being shipped out now, like now as in like I'm in the process of shipping them out now.
Right.
So if you would like to be in this next order, most definitely let me know. You can hit me up on Messenger or on Instagram or wherever. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Tell them.
Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Hecava Mecca, HECA space MECCA. I have 1.6. I'm trying to get to 2K.
Come on now.
I have a lot of, well, not a lot, but I have a few music videos and stuff like that. My music is on there. So, please do me a favor and do that.
Last question, dear sister. Let me stop the music. I want y'all to hear this one. This is the most important question today. What's the baby name going to be?
Her name will be Malia.
Malia. Sister, we are thanking Allah for you, your music, your creativity, what you have given us consistently. And we pray that people will not only go out and buy it, support it, but share it. We may not have the marketing dollars to reach the mainstream, but we got the marketing dollars and the brotherhood and the sisterhood to reach you at home. And this can be big if we all just take our finger and hit that share button. Share good music. The enemy shares their stuff coming and going with no shame. Why can't we be found sharing something that's good with one another? This is DJ Rockwell, and we will see y'all next week right here on the Rockwell Radio Show. We are out of here.
Now, if you got past all of that, you might as well keep on rocking with us. So come on, everybody, let's go. Radio show, y'all. The Rockwell Radio Show. The Rockwell Radio Show, y'all. The Rockwell Radio Show. The Rockwell Radio Show, y'all. The Rockwell Radio Show. The Rockwell Radio Show, y'all. The Rockwell Radio Show. The Rockwell Radio Show. That means you too. Rockwell Radio Show. The Rockwell Radio Show. The Rockwell Radio Show. The Rockwell Radio Show, y'all. The Rockwell Radio Show. The Rockwell Radio Show, y'all. The Rockwell Radio Show. Come on now, y'all. Yeah. It's a dope episode, man. Come on, man. Stop tripping.